this crosstown battle was really important. Every game is important in the Premiership. It's a long old season, but when Saracens comes into the crosshairs, there's a different feel in the environment. Often led by the Danny Cares and some of the guys that have been around. This is an old and very ferocious rivalry. And the last time we played them, they beat us here at home, which was really disappointing. And I was surprised by the pure disappointment for us to be beaten by them. So this is an important game, and you're coming off a couple of losses. To have them in their crosshairs, it's a fantastic challenge for us this week. Yeah, we've had a good look at that this week, and a lot of it has been our own downfall. We thought physically we have to match it against Sale, and we actually did. But actually, it was actually our nuts and bolts around our first and second phase from both scrum and line out. So that's probably the positive. Being physical against Saracens is often the starting point. You can't get anywhere without that. But making sure we get our first and second phase attack right is the key to put them under pressure. And we know if we do that, we will put them under pressure. They're a very good defensive side, but we have to get those two things sorted and make sure we don't give them as many errors as we gave Sale. That momentum piece is important, but this game in particular, I think we'll definitely be there for the physical challenge. If we get our stuff right, we'll know we'll put them under pressure. And that's probably the most important thing, that we know that if we actually play our game, we'll be fine. Well, one thing I would say about Saracens is they don't roll over. They don't let you beat them. You have to rip, a result out of there, or out of them. You've got to give them credit. Every team they play, they're very consistent. So for us, we have to be at our best. It really is that simple. Saracens away, we have to be at our best, and that's a fantastic challenge. Clearly, we've got a couple of outcomes that didn't go our way, and last week in particular, we had lots of things wrong. So I think you kind of learn every game you play, but often when you get defeated, especially at home, there's a little bit more intensity in the way the players will look at their game and go about their preparation. So, but positively, some of the, Finn Baxter and Sam Riley, who we've seen before, but also Matas Udovicis, they all came on, did a fantastic job. Mac at tight head, they've all done a fantastic job when they've come on. And that's the silver lining about the Six Nations, is we get to expose the future of the club. Yeah, it's always pleasing when you see Wilco and Steph on the team sheet, and to have them rolling in this weekend is going to be really important. They've had a little bit of a layoff, so for them coming off the bench and getting some game time bodes well for the rest of the season. But they've really lifted this week's training intensity, and when you're standing next to them on the rugby field, they definitely make a difference to the players around them.